NERDSoul.
Oh yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. We got video game awards info to talk about. There's a whole bunch of stuff drop, a whole bunch of cool happenings, and I'm not by myself. Shout out to the king of the hill, still most likely, King Hitman. Open mind. What's up?
What's up, NERDSoul family? What's up, FGC?
And we out here chilling. So we going to get into a couple of these trailers. We've gotten a lot of good information, you know what I'm saying? Of course, there was a little controversy before video game awards, but you know, we've got our trailers and stuff. We got some stuff to talk about. I want to give a shout out to COOP of Blurtish. If he rolls through, you know what I'm saying, you will hear his awesome voice on these topics as well. But first off, I'm gonna throw it to you, Mr. King Hitman, if you will. What do you want to talk about first, as far as these trailers, as far as this info,
Man,
this
the
news?
first thing I want to speak on is that God of War trailer, man. The fact that we getting a full God of War game for free, yo, I'm gonna be on that joint streaming. That was dope. I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming.
That was
And
that was a huge deal.
yo, you feel me? Like,
That is a huge, and I mean,
man.
I don't even play God of War, but that's a huge
But-
deal.
But you getting a full game
Yeah,
in God of War.
man.
And the modernized graphics, the modernized Kratos, you know what I'm saying? Because, fam, like, I'm not even mad. I want that joint. I'm downloading that joint, and I'm going to be playing that joint. I'm going to be live streaming on that joint. I think everybody in their profile going to be live streaming on that joint when they come out. Because it's free, so the whole planet finna download that shit. I'm telling you, I bet you God of War going to get at least 1 million downloads. At least 1 million.
Yeah,
at least.
it's something that I did
At
not
least, bro.
expect.
At least.
Like, I figured we were gonna get some, you know, something about God of War, because God of War is just, it's huge. But I never thought they were gonna say, "Hey, look at all this stuff, and by the way, just download it. It's yours." You
It
can
was
have
like Merry Christmas. They like Merry Christmas.
it." Yeah.
I ain't even
Oh
mad.
man.
I ain't even mad at that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that free Christmas gift. Cause listen, I'm gonna be playing it, bro. I'm going to be playing God of War Valhalla, whatever that joint was.
Yeah, it's like
Subtitle.
Valhalla. Let me track down the actual full title, because I know it's like long. It's God of War Valhalla.
Full
God of
game.
War Ragnarok Valhalla.
Yeah, full game. Telling you,
Yo.
full game. Let's go.
It's
I love that.
crazy to just get a whole full game.
Yeah.
And it's just free.
It's free.
I mean, they're
it's
saying it's
modernized,
DLC,
yeah.
but I mean, it's essentially a whole extra game.
Yeah. You can still play it. Like, you don't have to have the old God of War to play it. They're gonna let you play it. Even
If you don't have the old God of War, they'll still let you download it?
it's free. Everybody get to play it.
Ooh, that's dope. Wow. Yeah, man. That's a big get. That's a big get. They must, you know what? That's when you know it's like, yo, we got a high game. We don't have to worry about it. We got dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do. They don't need to. And the thing is, I don't expect it to be like extra long, because a free game, it's free. So they gotta like, all right, how much time we gonna put into this game? We gonna give it away to these people. They probably ain't put a lot of time in it. They probably just like a spin off of the because if you notice, the son is not with him. So it's probably like a little short. It's probably like a side quest type of joint. It'll probably take you 10 hours to beat it, and that's it. But I still can't complain because it's free.
Yeah.
I
And
bet.
it doesn't look like they cut any corners with these, you know, these effects and graphics or nothing.
I bet you, no real talk, 15 total hours to beat it, because I don't expect it to be as long as the other God. The other one gonna take you it took you like a couple weeks, a week at least to beat that one. I don't think this one is gonna be. I don't think they put that much development time into it to give you a free game. They would otherwise charge. So by it being free, I expect it to be very short.
Yeah,
But that's fine though.
they knew exactly what to do at this this time of year. because I mean it drops next week. It comes out on December 12th. So
Yeah.
they knew what to do. They knew how to get people talking. They knew like, hey, they're like, yo, we got a dope game. Go in and give them, like you said, give them a couple of hours of free content right around Christmas.
Yeah.
And come on. Go in and
Because they
build up that library.
Because they about to sell you something right behind it. Trust me.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, on Christmas Day they're gonna announce something, be like, oh, buy the God of War such and such. So yeah,
they about to sell you something.
Yeah, in a good way. Like this is being sold something in a good way. It's like, you know what? Look, how about this? We do want your money, but we're gonna meet y'all halfway. Here's some free content, because I'm pretty sure, or maybe they're just banking on this alone will have the word of mouth to do the kind of like the ancillary stuff like God of War hats, mugs, pop toys, shoes, whatever. All that stuff. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure there's going to be something to sell soon. Like,
it was a lot of stuff at the Game Awards that happened. Oh, man. Like the game with Matthew McConaughey, I think Exodus. I think I might want to check that out when it dropped.
Okay, well, you know what? I will say, well, before we jump into Exodus real quick, I'm going to go in and give a shout out to COOP from Blurtish. COOP is up in here. What's up? Good to see you. Nice to have you in the spot. You know what I'm saying? If you would, please introduce yourself, because they might not know one half of the dynamic duo of the South. So, Coop, please say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Man,
What
we
up,
chilling.
Coop?
We chilling.
Coop, you was on Negro time today.
Oh man, how late am I?
You're not too late. You're not too late.
Okay.
Just a little bit late. It ain't crazy.
15 minutes late.
Oh, see, I was like, I'm like thinking, all right. Look, man, I fell asleep for a little bit. My son woke me out, so.
Yo, man.
But you know what, Coop? I know you, bro, because I know the type of son you got. Me, you both got the same type of son. So, I'm just breaking you down. But listen, I understand that because he wears me out too.
Look, I was like, 1 second it was 9 o'clock. They said no, 9:15. I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking, oh, he ain't gonna hit me up. They said no, oh, I'm late.
Because they wake up. They got the craziest sleeping schedules. You know what I'm saying? They sleep like something from another planet, right?
Oh, man.
And then they want you to be up, and you gonna get up. Oh, they gonna get you up.
Get up.
Oh yeah, they gonna get you up. Coop know what it is.
Hey,
Coop know what it is.
That's why luckily he's kind of like when he winds down, it's just got to get him in that spot. Then I'm done. But then, how much do you have left?
Yeah,
and
like
you ain't got
have energy in the tank.
You ain't got but a limited window because they don't sleep up for 3-4 hours and they back up and they could go for a good 18 straight.
Man,
they don't need that much sleep.
I don't understand kids when they don't have to go to school. I know they don't understand on the weekend, and then they up early. It ain't like they have,
like even you ain't got nothing to do.
Just go back to sleep. It's gross time.
Man, they'd be like, we trying to get the day started.
The body get used to that sleeping schedule, even if you don't get up at an alarm clock. Sometimes I wake up early on Saturdays too. It'd be like, yo, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Why am I up? Because I'm used to getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning every day during the week.
So trust me, y'all. When I'm streaming on Friday night, I've done everything I can, and don't judge me if you hear me ever snore on a stream. But I usually catch myself. I'll be like, all right, time to go. So I'll be like,
see, that's the thing. I shut it down before I go to sleep.
Get that sleep stream, boy.
Sleepy, I shut it down. I ain't never fell asleep on stream. I shut it down. I feel like if I start going on a losing streak because I'm nodding off. Of course, can't nobody see me on camera, but I'm nodding off. It's probably 1 a.m. anyway, so I'm like, you know what, stream? That's a wrap, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. You know what I'm saying? I just get off and just turn it off because I feel my eyes closed. And I probably was sitting there in the corner, just my character not even moving because I'm sitting there nodding off in the chair. You know what I'm saying?
Your character just chilling in the middle of the lobby.
Yeah.
Not taking no fights.
It happens, man. That's why I don't stream. I just play and clip my videos, put some dope hip hop on them, y'all. Cause streaming, and then another thing streaming for me is like the bandwidth um is causes the matches to lag. You know, it's already laggy offline when I'm playing regular people. And if I try to stream, you know, all of that speed, you know, it slows down. I get the laggiest matches when I'm streaming.
All right,
Yeah.
word. Well, let me throw it to Coop real quick. Set it off with one of the things that you was excited about, excuse me, with the Game Awards, because Open Mind was talking about the God of War DLC. What's on your mind? What you got on your mind as far as the stuff that kind of stood out to you?
Well, of course, that shout out to them giving it for free. And it is going to be roguelike elements. I knew the moment that they played it, and the moment that oh boy, I guess who does the voice? I think he's with that head dude or something. Dude with the head or something in the game.
The voice of Kratos.
The voice of Kratos. But when he said like, oh yeah, let's try this again, it said Valhalla. I knew that was like roguelike. I was like, yep, got that right. So them endless modes, babe. Where your thumbs out. But for me, there's a couple of things that I am excited about. But you know what? I'm gonna start top down from the highest point that what excited me. And in fact, it's what I'm most excited about. What was the best moment for me? I'm going to go with Abubakar Salim. When he came up there to introduce the tales of Kenzera ZAU.
Yeah.
If I said that right, if I said that wrong, y'all correct me in the chat. And this is why I am excited about this. And in fact, y'all, and shameless plug time, go to www.blurtish.com. I have made a whole post. I have put all the information on this. I literally said this is the best moment for me. I have looked up he has a long, in-depth interview. I have tagged that into all this information, to the website, to the game. And why have I done that, you may ask? Because one, I never watched this brother's in his acting stuff. I didn't watch Raised by Wolves show. I heard of it, but I guess he was an actor on the show.
He was. Raised by Wolves is a show that actually was cool. I just fell off of it. Like, it was, the first episode was dope. I just fell off. I don't know why. But yeah, the first episode was dope. It was crazy, but it was dope.
So apparently his dad was a game creator as well. And he was like, my dad created games. My dad passed away. I guess not too long ago, and he was like, I was a kid in the audience, I guess, about 10 years ago, it in this event. He's saying I've come full circle. So he said, I took up my dad's torch and I want to create a game that honor him. So not only this brother actor, he's voice acting, he's done some voice work, I think in Assassin's Creed. Just very well spoken, like just, got one of those voices that, you obviously why he gets paid for it. But first of all, he came out there honoring his his country or his heritage. First of all, it was dope. Then just how he gave props to his father, and he said, I want to create this game that is based in African lore. The more I read about it, I think it's Bantu lore. So it's basically like a Metroidvania,
Yes, sir.
action, action adventure game. So if y'all know what a Metroidvania is, you have to look it up. But basically, it is going to give you your time.
Yeah,
Yep.
give it like pretty much like a Dead Cells, but with African lore. And when I saw that, I was like, you best believe we on.
Well, I would
I was
even
like,
say
yo.
like Prince of, I hate to even say, even though it's funny, Prince of Persia comes out right before it, but it looked kind of like Prince of Persia, even though I read some of the comments from people, I ain't trying to get mad at them. I get it. Comparison with people like, it's just like nobody was really negative. People like, oh, this is like a clone of Prince of Persia, but it's like, Nah, file like this is different. First of all, again, African lore. It's like framework gonna be a the protagonist is an actual tale that the I guess it's framework that you're reading a story and you're playing out the story. And the story is about a son who's trying to bring his father back from the dead. So this story is really about a son expressing his grief about losing his father. And then so that's just like there's so many levels
it's
of this
dope.
that's beautiful.
It's touching when you look at it that way.
It's so like so many, and that's why I wanted to give the whole like layer and framework of it. So and then on the business side of this, I say I don't even know this brother, and I'm proud of this brother. First of all, he like this is his first game out the gate for Surgent Studios. It's funded. I think he got some help from Critical Role. First of all, if y'all know who Critical Role is, y'all know their story. They created what's that show? Of course, we reviewed it.
You're talking about Critical Role. They did the show on Amazon, the animated show.
Yeah, Critical Role it's a super duper
Vox
success.
Machina.
Vox Machina. First of all, I love Vox Machina. Y'all go. Let's start with reviews. Can't wait till new season come up. But so he got funding from, I guess, or help from Critical Role. So that's one thing. I think Ridley Scott has some type of entertainment type of thing. He's got help with
his studio is involved in it.
His studio is involved in that. So that's another heavy hitter. And it's published by EA. I'm like, bruh.
He definitely got some connections up in there. He made this work.
Even though this is, technically an indie game, but it's not going to be an indie game. Jeff Keighley learned something. But shout out to Jeff and his shower of money. But the fact is just to see a brother start off at this high of a level.
Yeah.
With 3 different people, like with those 3 names about it. I know EA's, a lot of people don't like EA, but brothers ain't out here just getting EA deals.
Nah.
Left and right.
And so the story, it's not like a situation where a brother got the EA deal and this is some kind of like game that's just about I don't know like some kind of like, hey, play as an ant going through the grass, or like play as a dog, or like you're a taxi driver or something. It's like, no, this is specifically steeped in African lore, and it's like straight flames. And the price point is right.
It's only $17.99 pre-sale right now.
Yep.
So I'm like,
price is right.
Shout out to Gift, because Gift, our African brother.
We support Black folk and black content creators, black game creators, black developers. We support that because we black y'all and we black y'all and we black and we black. And we black y'all.
True that.
And that's what you go like. Look, the name. It's in the it's in the name. Flirtish. If for people who don't know what that means, I keep coming across that people don't know. This is what inspires me. This is what I have a platform. I could bring light to this brother's platform, and if anything, I can inspire people. He's inspired me. I have lost. My dad lived a full life. But I've recently buried an uncle. I wasn't close with him, but you see people going through this loss. My wife just recently lost her mother or something, a couple of months ago. So when you have this brother, you could just feel the emotion. He was on stage and he was getting a little
teared up a little bit.
He was a little choked up a little bit, but he was like, I'm doing something that my dad inspired to me. And then I don't know what Golden Sun is, but I'll tell you what. I never heard of that game. Don't know what to tell you. But whoever the Golden Sun fans, by him mention that name, they was like, he a real one. On top. They was like, Golden Sun got love. I don't know what Golden Sun is, but apparently it's a beloved game from back in the day. Maybe one of them computer classics or something. And it was like, oh yeah. It was like, oh yeah. Like, but I just looking at it, I didn't see no negativity on this brother. And I'm like, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming this game. I'm gonna be streaming this game for real. It's it drops April 23rd or something like that.
Yep. I just hope that he's like this, whatever he is expressing through this that speech. I hope that he generally is that real type of person because clearly he is beloved. Clearly people respect him. Clearly people respect his father. I'm like, it is so good to see that. And just like when people say your name will carry on, your reputation will carry on. So it must be some good vibes there. And also the fact that I follow a lot of things. Like I don't really follow EA, but I will see stuff like this on the indie channels and this and that. So I just go say this, and then I'll pass the mic if I need to, and I'll get to some other points. For Dave the Diver to get that indie love or whatever. Hey, I hope all you people talk about the spirit of indie. Y'all better give him the spirit of indie love. Treat him like an indie darling too. Even if he's a EA.
This is a brother. They about to change that definition quick.
They definitely like, no. You got EA behind him. Like, man, Nexon probably got more money than EA. Probably can buy EA. EA wants to be bought anyway, down the line. But
EA has been trying to sell itself for a while.
Bruh, that's why I'm saying. I don't know when that Black Panther game gonna come out if it gets made, but EA has the license.
You know what?
3 years from now, Disney gonna be EA Sports, EA Disney. Mark that.
Not EA Disney though.
Bruh, Forbes do this, y'all nerds, people who follow fandom. Mike, how much I tell you this? Open mind. You probably heard me say this before on something else. You know how you find out about true nerdetry? Follow the money. Follow the money. They're like this is what they tell you in auditing and finance. Bro, Bob Iger then kind of said some things that then came true. Bob Iger, Bob Chackett, and they said some stuff about Disney about like say 3 years ago, what they was gonna do, and reported it in depth. And stuff came out, this and this. They might put a little more different seasoning on it because they gotta do these things in advance. Like Echo, Bob Iger don't really care about Echo, but now it's like Marvel Spotlight. So they came up with this thing on it. Bob Iger don't mince his words. Whether he's full of it or not, but he trying to guide the ship. So any little bit of information he can get out to make that stock price go up, he is about price manipulation. Cause his ego ain't nothing like a person who done righted the ship. He do not want to fail. So when they mention it, and they already had a whole in-depth report on it. Disney has always been dabbling with games and always want to have their own game studio, but the time wasn't right.
A good look would have been a drop on this show about a return of Disney Infinity. That would have been a good look, but I know they got some problems right now. Well, hold on. I'll give you this. They aren't really having problems. Bob Iger said that Disney Plus wouldn't be profitable till like 2025 anyway. He said that way back before they even launched it.
Exactly.
So I don't know why people are acting like Disney and money problems. They're not. He said it's going to take a while for that to actually flip a profit. Even though they're making tons of money, they're also spending tons of money to make the content that's on the thing. But that's a whole other thing. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, you're right. You feel right in. Like, so I'm just saying. I tell fellow nerds all this. I said, yo, just keep an eye out on Forbes. You will find out what NVIDIA. You will find out what's going to happen. I promise you. A good thing. In fact, just speaking of Disney and people, just a heads up about Nintendo. And I'm sorry, I hope I ain't running my mouth too much. I know, look, but I'm long-winded too, man. Shout out to you, man.
Hey, listen. That's why it's okay for me to share the mic.
Oh,
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, go and do your thing. And I'll jump in with the next game in a second.
And this is just a random aside. For shout out to like one of my new people I subscribe to, RTG85, one of the Spawn Waves boys. But he said it, and like I like him. He'll say some stuff. He does that jokey ha stuff, but he will hit you with a fact. He's like, y'all, I don't know why y'all believe the rumor of that Nintendo was gonna drop the Switch 2 out there. Y'all believe all this nonsense. It's like, y'all, when does the Japanese fiscal year end? It ends in March. They already said, we're gonna kind of like do something at the end of the fiscal year, and they said that in another report. Their year ain't our year. So that means the Switch more likely you might see it in March or April before they really talk about it. Because Nintendo do what they want to do. So follow the money and you'll learn a lot and you'll be a lot smarter and you won't be following these weirdo sites and these falling for every rumor out here.
But there is going to be a Switch 2, right?
Oh yeah, it's guaranteed it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Switch 2 is definitely gonna happen.
They just everybody's trying to scoop it, and Nintendo's just sitting back like laughing. And the people who in the know like, okay, then they don't even fool with the Game Awards like that because it's really it's slightly Western heavy, and Nintendo don't have to reveal nothing because they got Nintendo Direct. It's
they got their own event.
Nintendo is OG, bro. Nintendo is OG just because they've been around, like they like that. Nintendo is equivalent to the king and queen situation in Europe, where it's like, really, what are y'all for? We really got a whole parliament and a whole government. We don't need these monarchs. But they just been there. You know what I'm saying? And Nintendo gonna always be there, even if Nintendo is behind on graphic output and like it's no secret that Xbox and PlayStation and PC looks better than Nintendo games, but it doesn't matter.
They ain't stopped the cash flow.
Here's the thing:
sell.
They do it on purpose. That's Nintendo might spend more money on them on research and development, but they able to have that weird philosophy when they figured out about the marketing. They were like, all right, family friendly, we can do this, get these people, and then we can take our time. And Nintendo always been weird like that. When they always let Sega run out first, bump their head, and they be like, all right, you made a mistake, bam, now we know what to do, and we'll do it better.
If you just look at a Nintendo game, like from all the way back from beginning up until right now, current Nintendo, they've progressed in graphics as far as what these games look like on your screen, but they've been slow in their progression. Mm-hmm. And there is no Nintendo game that looks like an Xbox or PlayStation or PC game.
Nope.
Right. It's not that they don't have the money or the capability. This is a conscious decision that they're making. Yep. Like, I can do it, but I choose not to. We'll give you basically still getting 128-bit graphics with Nintendo games right now. They're still literally at 128 bits.
They prefer innovation over raw processing power that don't get used, and in a way I kind of appreciate it. It's not wasteful.
If you look at Mario, the new Mario, what is it called?
Mario
the elephant. Mario Wonder. It's still side-scrolling Mario, right? They could have gave you a 3D Mario like they did with Mario Galaxy and Mario World and stuff like that with 64. But they chose to give you a side-scrolling Mario where 5 of y'all can be on the screen running around doing your side-scrolling stuff. But if you just look at it, it's just an upgraded Mario from regular Nintendo.
But that's
what it is.
Damn good.
It's so fun. It's
not
way
trash.
more.
It's not trash. It's just that they didn't make it 3D. They didn't make it open world like the modern game is. The modern game is, even a first-person shooter can be open world if you just change the camera angle.
Yep.
But it's just Destiny is an open world game. It's first-person shooter. So no, Nintendo decided to give you Mario the same structure with some better graphics. It just enhanced the graphics. That's all.
I appreciate them because gamers are so fickle. Shout out to y'all. I listen to y'all on the about the fighting game community, complaining about everything's trash. When you burn out of so much innovation and new discoveries so fast, where do you go? So I think they came up with it's called the blue wave or blue something philosophy, listening to a lot of docs about Nintendo, when they was like, look, we can keep doing this, we can make newer, bigger machines, but it's like, I guess it's almost like we're spoiling these idiots, so let's just pull it back. We'll have the technology ready when we need to release it, and let's focus on
then it's cheaper.
Yep.
Nintendo is cheaper than anything. Nintendo is cheaper than anything else outside of Nintendo.
They've definitely, I think they knew once Xbox and PlayStation kind of cemented themselves, Dreamcast was either gone or on the way out. Nintendo it seemed like at that point they were already kind of all ages ish. But at that time, it seemed like they definitely were like, okay, we're the family-friendly company now. Like we were already kind of like all ages, but now we're super family. We're the super family company. You know what I'm saying?
no,
It's like when
Mike,
they
hold on.
brought like the
Hold on,
Wii and stuff like that.
hold on, Mike. Let's go back to what Coop said. Coop said, "Follow the money." Right? This is why Nintendo is OG. It's not family. It's not because they family friendly. Because they don't give a f about nobody's family.
Well, yeah, that's
It's
true.
what Coop said. It's the pricing point. In 2023, a Nintendo console, which is the Switch, as the current Nintendo console is the Switch now, is $299. It's not $599. It's not $499. It's not $399. It's $299.
And they know
Even
the
in
average working
2023.
dad or working
Hey,
mom, they gonna look
Right.
at that $2.99
So
and be like, okay, I think I can swing it.
so coupled with family friendly, it's also family friendly on the family pocket. Who the soccer mom, or the single mom, or the working family or parents of two, whatever it is, their kid wants a video game console, right? They can't afford the PlayStation, they can't afford the Xbox, and they don't want to
and
upgrade a PC to the specs that's needed to play a PC game. So what can I buy my 10-year-old to
in
shut them up?
fact,
Well, I can
can
get you a Nintendo Switch.
Not to shut them up, though.
in fact, can I co-sign what you just said? In fact, to even swing it back around to reality, two more things to that. And I know we kind of went on a Nintendo tangent, but it's just to let people know that it's about money, innovation as much as it is about raw processing power. You can raw process yourself out of existence, where our eyes won't be able
You
to
literally can.
won't be able to understand the mind
Right.
meld that's going
'Cause
on.
nobody
And it's
really
like, but you can't afford it.
Want to know if they can afford it.
But my boss, my new boss, Jordan, if you listen, shout out to you. He was like, you know what, my kids, and I was telling him about the Switch, and he's like, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna get myself a Switch. And I said, you know what, the cool thing about it, there's a lot of family titles. There's a lot of multiplayer in-person games where y'all all can be busy at one time. And I was telling them about Overcooked and just stuff that's like good for them, like if you want them to think, blah blah blah. So I was curating the list. Yeah, just stuff where everybody can grab a controller, Mario Party, Mario Kart, and all this, and then you can just jump right in, and you ain't even got to worry about being online all the time and all that type of stuff.
And Coop, add this: grandma and granddad can play, and
Yep.
it's not silly for an old person to be on a video game because grandma and granddad are playing with the kids and they're playing Nintendo Switch, whether or the Wii, whatever, Wii or Switch, whatever it is. It's a Nintendo console hooked up to a TV. And if y'all got the little camera where y'all can be virtual inside of it, or if you're just playing a game with multi-family, grandma, granddaddy, and auntie and uncle can get on the game on this little family thing, and it's not silly for an old person to be playing a video game versus it's silly for an old person to be playing something else like a PlayStation or Xbox. And that's going to
change, I think, in the coming years too.
But that's where my point was originally when I was trying to say that Nintendo is OG and gonna remain OG for years to come because of their pricing points.
Pricing point, but guess what though? And you're gonna get this one too. They don't lose value. Ever since they started their blue wave type of philosophy, the Wii U flopped. GameCube, believe it or not, supposedly was a flop at the time, and they had to recoup things. And then that's why they came up with the genius of the Wii to get grandma and grandpa to play, and to get everybody else, and can still do arcade type things, and to start building that. The indie movement started building greatly with the Wii because they kind of like, all right, Nintendo said, indie gamers, come on, indie developers, come on in. We're going to market you through this online store. So that did kind of change it a little bit, because that's what I noticed. What's crazy is World of Goo 2. I always remember the commercial for World of Goo. When I had my Wii, I would always see that. And they'll always promote like Indie World, whatever. I'm like, what is this? And now it's stuck in my brain where I can see a trailer full circle and knew that was World of Goo 2 coming before I even oh, that looks like World of Goo. I never played World of Goo, but do I remember the ad? That's how they got in my brain. to kind of tie this all together. And I'm serious, and I'm not even joking. That ain't me fooling around. I was like, oh, World of Goo. I was like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I used to say that all the time during the Wii Shop. And I was like, what is World of Goo? World of Goo, but World of Goo was always there on the front page. So I don't know how that worked with Nintendo. Maybe they got that, whatever. And it's not a Nintendo game, but it's like a Nintendo game. All that to say is, they got a good pricing point, but the value dropped because those games never go on. First party games never go on sale. And why Mario Kart is still like been like a top 5 seller ever since it came out. So that's just, I was a tangent of different things, but that's also just to let y'all know why I'm so happy, just to shout again to this brother, but to see how the business work, follow the money. And that's why I want to just go over that to say, like, a brother don't never really get that type of opportunity to start at the top of the top. So shout out to him.
So check out that Tales of Kenzera, I think.
It is, but that's why I can say it is Tales of Kenzera ZAU.
Yeah, ZAU. Just check that out. Go in and search it on Steam or whatever. You can go in and
right
wish list it, pre-order it.
Right on blurs.com, and you'll see the link. I got it linked up. I got the speech. I got the trailer. You can find this on the page immediately.
So, Nerd, let me ask you, what game at the Game Awards were you excited about, sir?
I'm gonna keep it real with you, yo. I mean, I want to talk about that Sega comeback.
I knew it.
Oh, you best believe that Sega comeback.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's a couple of them. So can I guess?
Process.
Can I take it before you pop off? Can I guess first?
All right, go on.
What I think it is. I think it's either Contra or Streets of Rage. But then those are my two guesses, and I'll back them up.
All right, so they got Streets of Rage. They got Jet Set, because Jet Grind was the first one, but Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, that looks dope. Golden Axe, which I was never super big on, but I did play, Streets of Rage, and Crazy Taxi. Those are the games that they showed, but they also said and more. So Streets of Rage is this weird kind of 2.5D, which I'm not sure I'm sold on yet. I still like Streets of Rage 4. I like the side scroller, but I'm willing to at least give it a shot. But Shinobi looks awesome. And Crazy Taxi looks crazy.
Real quick for you, Mike. And I'm glad you just said that about Shinobi. Guess why Shinobi looks great? The people, supposedly the rumor is the people, Lizard Cube and those folks who did Streets of Rage 4 is doing Shinobi.
That's
not supposedly. That's real. They are.
So,
yeah.
They abandoned us, Mike, for another classic.
Oh man,
but Shinobi looks dope.
So in other words, you can forget about Streets of Rage 5.
Streets of Rage. If it's Streets of Rage 5,
we're getting a Streets of Rage. It's just not by Lizard Cube. It's somebody else.
It's not going to be in the. It's not going to be in the side scrolly kind of way.
But you get the same artwork in the Shinobi game.
We are going to get Streets of Rage. So Streets of Rage will live on. So
I want it to be
you're getting
5.
you're getting Streets of Rage 4 artwork in the Shinobi game. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want it to be a 5. I don't want them to be a reset. That's my opinion. But you go ahead, Mike.
Jet Grind. I played Jet Grind Radio so much on the Xbox, bruh. I played it.
Yeah, Shinobi. That game was dope.
I remember Shinobi when it was in a cabinet in the arcade.
Bruh.
Streets of Rage, of course, is. Man, I remember we rented that game from Blockbuster and Movie Time so much that my mom just bought it. That's how me and my little brother played Streets of Rage 2 so much. The music, all of that changed. The video game music, the reason I listened to a lot of like electronic EDM house music blah 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 was fused because at that time at like 92 you had this rising of house music and also Streets of Rage 2 came in. It was like, bruh, like it blew my mind. So ever since then I was like, this game, when I heard that first track I was like, yo, this is what I'm talking about right now. This is like a soundtrack that comes with a game. But
that's why you like that beat I sent you. That's why you like that beat so much, because it reminds you of that era.
Yeah, man, that era.
When I
Really,
was making
like,
that beat, that's what I was trying to. I was doing my best to go back to that era and just trying to give that vibe.
yeah, that kind of
It's a
like
beat
that
I'm getting
sort of
from
like video game, electronic, and then also the rise of like house, dancey kind of music. Like that
That's
definitely
what
was
I
a
was shooting
large
for with
part.
that beat. I hope I captured it. I hope I did.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
best I could do with it.
That's why I like that beat a lot.
Yeah,
But
that's what it was for. It was it was never supposed to be a beat for me to rhyme on or to even make a song for. I was just playing with beats, playing with instruments, and I just came up with something from scratch. And I was like, you know what? Every beat I make, I don't have to rap on. Some beats can just be beats, and that's
yeah.
fine.
So I'm gonna throw it out to
It's
y'all. Are
fine.
y'all, because I mean, of course, we're never gonna get another Sega system. I don't think. I
Oh
doubt
no,
it.
absolutely not.
It
You're
would be
just
it would be
you're not.
awesome. It would be awesome for my nostalgic heart, but I don't think, honestly, I don't think we're gonna get it. And then to a certain degree, I don't know if we need it.
We
It
kind of
would it
don't
would
need
be
it.
it would be dope for my nostalgic heart. But I mean, I still got the Sega Saturn here. I got the Dreamcast right here. So I mean,
I think
I can
you're
always
going
fire
to
those up.
get the Dreamcast Mini and a Dreamcast Mini 2 eventually. I think you will get the mini systems for the love, but yeah, Sega. First of all, I'm reading about it. It seems weird, but of course, I'm 42, y'all. So it's amazing that half of my life, which it seemed like Sega was always there, but they have been a sales third party for 20 years now. So it's
Yeah,
like
and
they
it's
get,
but they got a crazy library. That's the thing. It's like
but they're good for
it's
But if
third
y'all
weird
party
think
though.
about it,
because
if y'all
of
think about it
course,
though, think about what Sega went through when they went out of business as far as the console portion. They would stand. It stands for them to just make games
Yes,
because they don't do well with the console, and that's fine. Play to your strengths.
they
It's fine.
basically and not to beat a dead horse. Me and Mike talked about it, and y'all can search it. What happened between Sega hated itself. There's been documents, like Sega
yeah,
of
Sega of
Japan,
America and Sega of Japan never got along. I
Sega
don't know why, but
Japan,
it just didn't.
uh, uh, I'm gonna keep it PG. I was about to say something really little out of pocket, but just know
Yeah, it's a
Sega
family show, y'all.
Japan, smacked Sega of America around because they had to. When you an American company and you have your parent company is Japan, oh, you don't go across them. Like if you do say have a little bit of power to make a game that they so called green, like, oh, you got a budget, they still can pull the plug on you because they have the right to do it. And if you do it, even if you had the right to do it and it don't work, you're gonna be fired, and they gonna make it, they go eviscerate you. It's like being cut. I ain't gonna say that.
I remember that those years, that era where it was like Sega Saturn drops. You know what I'm saying? You have like Sega Genesis, you got Sega CD, you got Sega Saturn. Then you have a little wait, then you have Dreamcast, and you're like, yo, what's going on? Why, like, we seeing all these games and like, oh, I'm gonna take it back for y'all. You seeing all these games in EGM, but they ain't available to you. And you like, yo, why is Electronic Game Monthly promoting games that I can't even buy?
Right.
Because
So,
they
like,
were
Sega,
only for Japanese people.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was tough.
This
But
is when they failed. From the 32X, the Saturn was an absolute atrocity in
the
America.
32X2, I forgot.
From the 32X, because the only reason why that was made, it was like, not say it made as a placeholder, but it kind of was made because the Saturn got delayed. They didn't let Sega of America really handle it right. They screwed over them completely, even though they had the sports licenses. That was one of the few things that they could handle right, but they did for some reason, which is laughable now. So Sega of Japan did not give us a lot of the JRPG titles that a lot of people love over here now, and because they thought that we were stupid. Like, they really be like, "Oh, this is too hard for the American population." Like, what? Like, bruh. It just like, and then if they used to be that time where if something come out it might come out a year later for us,
Yeah.
and they
So
just
like
mess
the
on
hype is
setup.
already dropped. Or like that's why I'm thinking now, maybe if we get this like maybe like Master System Mini or like Dreamcast Mini or something like that, we can get all of the, first party titles on one unit. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they doing that stuff. They're doing. Let's be honest. Going to Amazon, they doing the bootlegs anyway. So I'm like,
Right.
Sega
I'm gonna be-
going and cutting to that
I'm
cash
gonna-
and going to release that Dreamcast Mini.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I can
above
play
with
Ready
you.
to Rumble, Ready to Rumble 2.
Well,
I can play.
technically, you're not gonna get Ready to Rumble, and I know this sucks because you know who owns Ready to Rumble, right?
I thought that was first party. It's not.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. It felt like it was,
It was
first
marketed
party.
as a first party game.
It was marketed as a first party. You know who owns it, and it's gonna be the person you hate, Mike.
Who owns it?
That's Warner Brothers, dog.
Oh,
that's
no.
That's
That game
Midway.
ain't never coming out.
That game ain't never coming. Like they might, but Warner Brothers don't even do what they own thing. If it's a
Man,
Midway
Warner Brothers
property,
made a game and then dropped that joint.
if it is a Midway property, it feels like a first party. It was marketed as a first party. Bro, I was thinking about Ready to Rumble. You know, I love Rampage. I had to buy a Rampage clone that I'm gonna go back and forth to because they're never gonna do it. Cause they don't got to. They got Mortal Kombat and that's it. They don't care about
Warner Brothers charging y'all $15 for a fatality, bro. Y'all ain't getting that.
Yeah.
You
Y'all
ain't never
dying
getting
in
Ready to Rumble. Cause honestly, they get Ready to Rumble is one of those things they can let a third party, like a indie company that can do 3D, and let them go do it, and probably will be just as good and fun. But it ain't gonna happen. Just like
You know
we
what,
never
speaking
gonna
of
get another NBA Jam.
Speaking of the $15 fatality, just because of the fact that they did that, I'm not buying or playing Mortal Kombat 1 because of the fact that they just. And here's the thing, I like Mortal Kombat. I played every Mortal Kombat up to Mortal Kombat 11, but because of the way they rolled out all this microtransaction stuff with Mortal Kombat 1 with these ridiculous, and it's like Omni-Man is $10. Like, you know what?
So wait a
Y'all
minute,
can have that. Yeah.
you don't get all your fatalities.
No.
They came out with like a special set or a special one.
No,
charge people
here's the
$15
thing.
for it.
You can buy your deluxe package like any other game, but they came out with a Halloween fatality and it was $15. Then they came out with another fatality. I think it was a Thanksgiving fatality. That one was like $12. But the thing is this. Yes, 12 real life dollars. Yes.
Warner Brothers. Oh my! I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all about to have me yell because y'all know who.
Yeah.
Y'all listen to this podcast. Warner Brothers has been my whooping boy for the past year or so. You know,
So
ever
that's what
since they
do
was.
with Mortal Kombat 1?
See,
They just be messing stuff
And that's
up.
why. And listen, here's the thing, and because it's another game I wanted to mention before we get too much time here. The thing of it, I'm a fighting game person. Like y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a sucker for fighting games.
Mhm.
But I also like to be conservative with my money. I got a wife and kids. My wife lets me play my game. She don't give me mess about it. And the last thing I'm going to do is poke that bear or rattle that fence with just trying to buy every game that's out because I'm an FGC person. Seeing how Mortal Kombat is handling themselves, right? Your game is already $69.99, just the base game, right? Then Omni-Man is $10 or $8 or something like that. Me wanting to play with all the characters on the roster so I can be good at the game, and I got to spend all this money. Nah, I'm gonna just wait for Tekken to come out, play Tekken, and Under Night Rebirth 2, and play that. Because, listen, like, I know I'm good at fighting games, but I also don't want to spend that much money investing in it just to prove that I'm good at fighting. And the other game I wanted to mention for the rewards was Prince of Persia. I don't know why we skipped that one, but Prince of Persia is really dope.
I'm going to get it. I think if I beat all what I want to beat before January, absolutely. I'm 100% with you. In fact, any game that ticks off a bunch of the you going woke crowd, you know what? Sign me up. You know,
What's woke about Prince of what done happened with Prince
because
of
the
Persia?
because
I
he a
thought people
brother,
liked that game.
because he looked like a brother, and it ain't, because he got dreads, and they
But
ain't
you
like the
know
hip
they
hop.
in okay, so all right. I
They
don't know. See,
stupid.
all right, I know the basis of white supremacy is stupidity. So let me try to help people out. All right, Persia is all right. So okay, people that are Persian or consider themselves Persian or Persia are usually from Iran. Iran is just above Africa. That's usually what's termed sort of like the Arab world. It's just above North Africa, but there's a lot of trading going back and forth. There's tons of people from the Horn of Africa, North Africa, that go back and forth between them, especially like Egypt and stuff like that. A lot of people out there will look black, or there will people in North Africa that look Arab, because there's a lot of back and forth travel there. So it would not be out of this world to see a black person in Persia, or i.e. Iran. Now,
Sure.
there's a whole bunch of racist stuff behind that, all that in the Arab world too, but don't worry about that. The issue is, trust me, there's black people in Iran, or aka Persia. There's tons of black people.
Persia does not look like oh boy, the actor Jake, who played Mysterio. I watched that movie. I went to the theater to watch it. That movie sucked.
I saw the trailer and I was like, I ain't going.
I went. They got me. Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Jake Gyllenhaal, but he was, Jake from Boston. You know what I'm saying? He was the whitest person in that whole movie.
When the second they said Prince of Persia was Jake, I was like, I can't do this. I was like, nah.
How you in a place
I like you on your own, bro.
that is a desert, that's supposed to be a desert background, and he ain't got a tap of a tan. He ain't got no tan on him. He white. He white.
He said he white.
Like he ain't like he been in the brother ain't been in no sun, but he's the Prince of Persia. Get out of here, man. I was like, they even like, I know, good shout out to them for not doing no, brown face, but you couldn't even let the man get a natural tan. Like,
Yeah,
go get some sun.
And I will say, I'll give a shout out to Ubisoft real quick. Ubisoft, shouts out for putting dreads on a brother, but at the same time, to the video game community as a whole, all y'all devs, I know this is like y'all new hairstyle, like the new hairstyle is kind of like the fade with the dreads, but brothers got more hairstyles than that. You know what I'm saying? You can, but I guess somebody made the model, and now all y'all using that same model.
I mean, yeah, shout out to Miles Morales. It's like, it's progressive, but it's also, yeah, you're right, everybody get that same hairstyle. And they kind of like,
but listen though, to their defense, right? Look at all of the white blonde haired people that's in all the other games, right?
Yeah,
they got the same Chad hairstyle.
If it's a guy or a girl, their hair is blonde. So it's like we're getting the same treatment. We're gonna get the locks or the bald head with the big lips, and that's just what it is until we create our own stuff, right? It's basically our turn to get the generic black person, like they got the generic white person with the
I'll tell you
blonde
this.
hair.
Shout out to, this is when you know it's progression. When your generic is no longer, just like you said, the bald dude with no shirt on. I saw one trailer of a game. I think it was like some indie game, and it's like, oh man, they ain't even this dude ain't got no hair. He ain't got no shirt on. We out here doing kung fu. I forgot what the game was, but I was like, oh man, he just a regular creator player. He look like the base creator player on
they got the base. They got the base.
The default creator player. Street Fighter 6's default creator player is the most generic black person I've ever seen in my life.
Looking like suspect on NBA Def Jam when you win the game.
But the thing about Street Fighter 6's customization is that you can make your character look like an authentic, real life black person or Asian or whatever race you want them to, because you can go in there and pull and tug on their face. I'm talking about down to the cheekbones, the line under their eyes, like, and then you can put the mouse cursor on their face and literally pull their face and pull their chin and pull their nose. So it's not the situation where it's a setting where your nose is set to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nose. Or nose number 10.
Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 though.
I can never get my nose.
Usually, but that's usually what creator characters are. You have a preset. It's 10 presets. Nose number 1, nose number 2.
You either got
no
the Shannon Sharp bell pepper nose or something like that, or you got the Michael Jackson. Like, come on, man, give me a little button round nose.
So Street Fighter 6. So Street Fighter Six, to their defense, yeah, their default create a character like a generic black person, but you can actually go in there and make your avatar almost. My avatar looks like my face. Like my Street Fighter Six avatar looks exactly like me in the face. Like because I zoomed in on the face, and I know how to draw. I don't draw as much as I should, but I always still know how to draw. I think that's a skill. It's like riding a bike for me. And I've always knew how to draw myself. That's the first person I drew was myself. I took a picture of myself in art class, and I just drew myself. And I always know how I look. So taking that to digital, I know how to pull and tug on that
I,
avatar face and make it
I
look like
think I made a
you
skinny
know.
version of 50 Cent or extra for power. Um, so I don't know. I did something,
But
but
I'm gonna throw an open mind when it comes to the trailer that they did show because they got the story trailer. Are you feeling like you ready to jump back into some Prince of Persia stuff or you
Oh yeah,
like are
I
you
like Prince of
on
Persia.
board or not?
I'm on board. That's why I mentioned it. Prince of Persia. I haven't played Prince of Persia in a while. I haven't played every one of them. The last Prince of Persia I played was Sands of Time. That was the last Prince of Persia I
Oh,
played.
okay.
Yeah, last time I played a Prince of Persia was Sands of Time. And it's not that I hate the game. I just, I have a preference. Every one of them ain't been dope to me. So this one, I like the character model. I like the way the character looks. And I saw what I saw on the trailer. I'm like, okay, I'll fox with it. It's 2.5D. So it's not all the way side scrolling. The camera's going to move around and you're going to have to solve some puzzles. That's what I like about Prince of Persia. It's a puzzle solving game, right? It's one gigantic stage. So you're not really on a different level. You're always just progressing through whatever the area you're in. And you got to go back to certain areas because you just didn't have the weapon or the ability yet or the key or whatever. And it's the areas that you stuck at or areas you can't reach because you haven't leveled up yet, you can go back to and explore those areas. I like games like that, and Prince of Persia has never disappointed as a franchise, but it's just the last few titles just wasn't for me. So that's why I brought it up. I actually plan to play Prince of Persia, not necessarily right when it come out, but sometime next year I'm gonna be on.
Okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? We've been holding y'all for a minute. We've been holding y'all. I know y'all been listening for a minute, so I'm gonna throw it back to Coop real quick. Coop, hit me with a couple of picks, your final thoughts, and where they can find you.
as far as overall on the Game Watch, basically, I think we all. It's funny how we all kind of came to the same conclusion. There's a lot of games on here. Not to be rude, I just don't care about, or I'm just not going to buy. Shout out to whoever made the finals. I haven't played it yet, but it was free. It's free to play, and it's another first person 3-on-3 shooter. Because I kind of done retired from Overwatch because I like open mind here. I bought the game as a Overwatch 1 person. I'm not doing the Overwatch 2 shenanigans. I ain't got infinite amount of time to grind to get free characters because I am not paying for them. I'm just not, so.
And Overwatch could have easily been sort of like a live service forever game, sort of.
But see, that's just it. It was before live service was a thing. So they kind of came out, was a super hit. So now I feel like they're being greedy. Yes, they gave us Overwatch 1 players a couple of things. They're like, all right, you ain't getting no more free. And I'm just like, you know what?
I'm out.
I think I'm going to have to drop you. Because I can't do it. Because y'all not like, they was like, oh, loot boxes are bad. Loot boxes were great. I actually got stuff for playing. I'm going to probably start this other new live service. Like I'm gonna play also My Hero. I feel like I won't need to keep buying stuff, or at least I could buy. At least, look, I'm an anime person. I'll feel like if I'm gonna buy anything, I'm gonna buy different anime characters because they stand out, not random first person shooters. I need different power sets. But most of the games here, like I say, Prince of Persia, Tales of Kenzera, ZAU, the finals, but it was overall a good watch. I was interested. A lot of the stuff, I'm like, this is beautiful stuff that I'm never gonna buy or play. But I'm interested to find out how people talk about it. Of course, I'm pretty much gonna probably buy at least 3 of the Sega remakes, like Crazy Taxi, yo, it just brings you back to the arcade because they had those wild cabinets.
Yep.
I cannot wait for, shout out to Golden Axe. I think I said on the Beat 'em Up special, I said it's Golden Axe. It's time, man. Like if they could do Streets of Rage,
because Golden Axe is a beat 'em up too. It's weird. It's not your tradition. It's like on the tree of beat 'em up.
I mean, it's a beat 'em up. It just was one of the first, or it was the best known fantasy beat 'em up that came from the 80s, but like that was big. So you got the whole thing, the room clearing stuff. You got the combos or the weird jump kicks. It's a beat 'em up. It's a heart of it. It is so beat 'em up classic. But it actually failed when the first jumped to 3D and Sega was going through its problems. It got weird. Also, people were mad because they put clothes on the lady. Like the weirdos are mad about that. Like,
all the Red Sonja fans, they got mad.
Like, and because they made the game all about her, and they kind of just forgot about them. It's like you can't forget about the elfkin dude, or which he's not an elf or a dwarf. So he's like, those are the two famous people. Like, you gotta have the dwarf, and you gotta have something that looks like Red Sonja. If you got Axe Breaker or Axe Battler, you can always get a generic Conan guy. But I'm interested in that. That caught my attention. It's good to see Sega pay attention. I'm happy. They don't have to make a console for me, but if they want to put it all on Switch, put it all on a collection, I don't know how this all gonna happen. But shout out to all the streamers who say, Sega, do not try to make those 70 plus games. Make those budget titles, $20 to $40 releases. Get new gamers back in, regrow your company, even if you don't go into consoles. But work your IP. You got
the Switch is killing it for them, man. If they stay with the Switch, they'll be good.
Bruh, it's like this. They used to try to beat Nintendo. Just join Nintendo. Join the money. Who got the...
Look, everybody, don't tell NERDSoul light, but I got my eye on the Switch. Don't tell him no.
Who has the largest... Like, all the real gamers. In fact, Open Mind probably laugh at this. All the real serious gamers, they love to be like, well, the Switch can't handle this and that. Like, why do they make that? Again, simple phrase, nerds out there, gamers, follow the money. Who has the largest install base by far? Nintendo. Like, it ain't even close. Is the Switch is one of the most successful, about third or fourth most successful system of all time. That's why they would even make a more. People like, why would they dare make a Mortal Kombat? Money, fool. Money.
Yeah.
Money be green, y'all. Like they said on the wire. That's why they attempted it. They don't care. They will take. You ain't gotta buy it. Don't buy it if it don't. If it don't speak to you. But don't get mad why they attempt. Like, don't be myopic and stupid out here. Like, it's the largest player base, man. Money.
They had to give it a shot.
Look, that's why stuff is still gonna be made for the Switch. That's why if stuff was made for PS4, if it wasn't like a exclusive, whatever, always made for the Switch. And Switch 2 is gonna be more of the same. So, anyway, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Overall, Jeff, good job, Jeff Keighley. You still don't know what an indie game is. He almost made me gag. He did a smile and wink where he's like, oh, to celebrate indie games and blah, blah, blah. Like, Jeff, get out of here, bro. Like, come on, bro. You trolling and winking and nodding at the camera. And
no, look, I'm going to keep it like this, Jeff. Don't troll too much.
Don't troll.
Look, your video game awards ain't guaranteed to be around.
Like, you killed E3. Kudos to you, brother. You stomped E3 into the mat. They just need to quit. I don't even know why E3 keep making announcements like they gonna try. E3 is gone. It's never coming back. But Keighley, you kind of messed up this year. You worked it out. But I think you can give more love to the people who get to have the speeches. But like, I ain't mad at him getting Hollywood, but all the Hollywood people get to talk as long as they want. You up here actually accepting the game and they playing the music on you. Like, come on, man. Yeah. You can balance that out just a smidge, bro. So far as the awards, it's okay. It's fine. it's all about the reveals. I mean, GTA already did a big reveal, broke the internet, still breaking it along with the awards. I mean, Sega kind of won the night for me, and I had no idea this was coming. God Award, Sony showing some love for once, giving something after they needed, after they just made mistakes. So y'all can find me at www.blerd-ish.com. I'm at blerd.ish on IG, on Blerdish on the Facebook page, Keith Cooper on Facebook. Of course, check out our stores, our podcast, check out our comic book shops, different things. If you're in Baton Rouge, I would be at MC Suites selling comics, doing a couple of things for the end of the year, and I had a great time with games. I'm glad that games are more accepted. I'm back in it because what else I'm gonna do on a Friday night when I'm watching my son? So instead of go to the club, I'm gonna try to go to Prince of Persia and try to go save the world or something.
Yep, you know what I'm saying? Go on that journey. Alright, open mind. Final thoughts? Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. There's one last game that I can't believe the three of us blackity black men did not mention. It didn't have any gameplay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I was saving that for last, but go ahead. That was going to be about
well, I'll finna say it then. And that game, people, is Blade.
That's
Understand
right.
me? Blade is coming out with a game. I don't know who the guy is voicing it, but the only thing they showed us was a trailer of them in a barbershop, which is fitting for a black setting. I'm not mad at whoever did that. Know how black folk is. We spend a lot of our time in that area in the barbershop. So I'm excited to see gameplay for. That was our black superhero before Black Panther was. It was Blade for us. At least old as we is.
Yeah.
Black Panther was around, but when Blade movie came out and Wesley Snipes played Blade, that's all we want. So
yeah,
I want to see this game. I hope it's something dope. The Game Awards, I didn't really have a dog in that race. I don't care that who won. I don't care who got snubbed. I don't really care. I'm gonna jump on God of War when it drops. And like I said, nothing that happened, none of the trailers that were there really made me too excited. So I didn't hate the awards. I'm neutral on it. But the games mentioned that we mentioned here, that's who I'm gonna be on. Blade, Prince of Persia, the game that I can't pronounce that we spent half the show talking about the African lore game.
Tales of Kenzera ZAU.
I'm definitely gonna be on that.
I had to mention that because Blade, it's Xbox only, so I can't play it. So I'm already out on it.
So that means I might be able to play it since I'm PC. I might be able to get it.
Yeah, I guess if you got Game Pass, if it goes there, but
But other than that, if I don't get to play it because I'm at PlayStation, it's fine. It's still it's good to mention it because it's that's what we do.
Yes, you're right.
We shout out. We lightweight bigots over here. We bigots for our own people. You know what I'm saying? We don't hate nobody else, but we support ours. Like if it's something black, I'm supporting it just because it's black. Right? Yeah. Before I even know what it is, it's black, so I'm gonna see what it is. Just because it's black. Like I'm doing it for that reason.
I'm saying we bigging it up. We bigging it up. I ain't adopting the
and I say that is because I'm unapologetic in my support of something black because it's black.
Amen.
Right? It's so like because I say that because if you think about the last 60 years in America, everything being white just because it's white. So if it's wrong, then we finna do 60 years of wrong again.
All I know
is 60 years of wrong again
because it's black. It's gonna be a 120-year cycle then.
To have a brother come out there, well loved, just giving you the speech. Like I'm going to follow his career. I might watch Raised by Wolves just to check out his acting, and I'm just like, all right, I got to do it. And it's $17.99.
But I'm saying
when I looked up there, I saw $17.99. I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting this.
But the reason I'm saying that is because I know people be like, black people are not a monolith, and I'm not gonna support something just because it's black. Blah, blah. No, no, no. I'm gonna say all of the cliches. I'm supporting these games simply because a black person is developing the game. I don't know nothing about the game. I don't know nothing about the backstory. I ain't never played it. I heard a black person was creating it, so I'm buying it for the specific reason that a black person created it. I'm saying it on the microphone, live, public. I want that to be into the ether. I want to be unapologetic about it.
Right? Matter of fact, you know what? I might have to do. I might have to do some cool stuff surrounding that game. Tales of Kenzera and Corrupt. I'm gonna do some cool stuff around those.
For no other reason but because they black. That's why you buying the game, because it's a black person making it. That's why. What you got something to say? You got something you want to say about it to me? Because you know, well, isn't that kind of reverse racism? I don't know what reverse racism means, but what I do know is a black person created something, and I want to support that because a black person created it. Even if it's trash, I'm gonna support it because the person who created it is
Say
black.
that again. Say that what you just said. Even if it's trash.
Even if it's trash.
Comic book creators
spend a lot of money on trash stuff that wasn't created by a black person that was trash, and I spend my money on it.
Comic book creators, listen to this man right here. This is why gaming fans love their products. I'm sorry. Yeah. I had to just say that, bro. I just see you ain't in some of these circles, and thank God you're not. I hope you're not. Don't even waste your time.
They kick me out the circle, Coop. They kick me out
the circle. I ain't in the circle. I observe the circle and I get disgusted.
They gonna kick me out. They gonna kick me out the circle because I'm telling you telling too much truth. You can't be that honest. Quality
product and you'll be accepted. Blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, the building will come fake dudes.
But hold on. Let me speak to that. There is some truth to making a quality product and it's selling and those things. I'm not saying that those things aren't true. What I'm saying is I am deliberately and intentionally going against the societal norm of what something should structurally be, and I'm supporting something simply because a black person did it. And all of and I'm doing that unapologetically. Even though some would say, hey, isn't that reverse racism? Isn't that kind of counterproductive? Isn't that kind of, you know, how somebody would respond to something like that? I'm aware of the potential response to something like that. And I'm still standing on it like a rock. And I'm supporting it because it's black.
Let me throw another rock down with you. I want a Thunder Ray 2. I want a Kenzera. I want a ZAU 2. I want a give me Mark. Look, I bought Ubisoft just because Marcus Holloway is in it because we reviewed Captain Laserhawk. I am building my collection of black people who are starring in things and definitely made by black people or people of
just
color.
Because they black.
Because they getting to do it out here and do it at a high level. Because you know what? Again, follow the money. People get let people get a chance to fail, even if it is trash. And I kid you not, there's a whole comic book called Bare Naked Bear Fighter open. So anything is possible.
Yep. You know what? This is the term I should have used instead of bigot. I'm being racially biased in my reason for buying these games and supporting these games, Corrupt included. I'm being racially biased. That's what they would call me. They would say, open mind, isn't that racially biased? Yup, it is. And I'm supporting it because it's black.
Hey, man,
and if that's racially biased, okay. Then I'm doing it on purpose, intentionally.
We have supported Japan-made games because you can't get around Japan-made games. We have supported European-made games. God damn it, we can buy one African brother game ain't gonna kill nobody.
I'm being racially biased about it. So even it ain't got nothing to do with the $17 price line. I want the people who make this game who hear me talking, whoever the sales people is. Why is this person supporting our game? Because y'all black. That's why. It's not because it's $17.99 price point. No, it's not because it's nope. It's because you black and you creating the game. That's why. That's why.
You did it for us.
I want that to be the reason. I want that to be the reason on paper because I want that to be the narrative. I bought the game because a black person made the game. That's why I bought it. I want that on purpose to be the reason.
I can't wait.
You know,
If they make a physical, I might buy the physical just so I can give it away.
Yeah, man.
so with
I
that
ain't gonna
said, y'all
front.
can find me Open Mind Spell It with a Y, Open Mind 82 at YouTube, Open Mind 82 on or PlayStation Network. If you play PlayStation, Open Mind Spell It with a Y on Twitter. You know, I'm a gamer. Thank you for having me on there. So all the time, man. I always appreciate you having me on, brother. And Coop, we
What
don't
up,
get to
man?
talk much, but me and Coop do have a distant relationship
Hey
because we
man,
both have the same in-house scenario that we both deal with as fathers. So my heart
sir.
always go out to Coop because I know what Coop
I
dealing with without talking to Coop.
I love look, man. I be like I have to power up, and I said, look, I know where Open Mind coming. I know I got to come with the energy because he gonna fire me up. Like, and look, I'm just saying, you know,
Y'all know how I am.
look, I get it. Look, y'all who listen to Mike, y'all know I'm blown winded too. And y'all know how if it's something I can slight WB,
Oh, boy.
I'll punch his
Yeah,
ass off in the
if he
gut.
can slight WB, it's gonna happen.
Release,
But nerd, there I go again, bringing out the best in people. Well, I do
Yep.
that. I do that on Friday.
release, rumble to bring us back NBA Jam. Bring me back, ready to rumble for Mike.
Wait a minute, Coop said, "Oh, I'm gonna be on the mic for Open Mind tonight. Oh, I got to bring it. I got to bring it because Open Mind go bring it.
It don't make
Yes,
no
I
sense.
am all the time.
Yo, real talk. I know y'all can get a WB. You can own a license to get an NBA Jam. I don't know how you don't make an NBA Jam every 2 years. How?
I feel
Yeah.
that, bro. We needed an NBA Jam and an NFL Blitz every year, bro.
If you got barcades, you can make a limited number of cabinets for barcades and for the home. You can do it. WB can do it. Sega, see, poor Sega. I say poor Sega. They got steak bit. WB, you can make some cabinets. You can outsource this. People can put it in a candy cab. Bro, they got people there. Shout out to Camp. Like, I'm sorry, I'm over talking. He's an engineer. They got engineers who can make these cabs at home now. Come on. NBA
Yeah,
Jam. Ready to rumble.
they blowing it right now. Like, just you know what? I ain't even gonna get started. I'm gonna say this. My final thoughts. Yo, Marvel. If y'all really wanted to blow the roof off with that Blade trailer, if y'all had either Wesley Snipes or Mahershala Ali's voice as the character, it would have went a long way. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't listen to me. Y'all never be listening to me. So you know what I'm saying? I understand. Also, Marvel, I hope you got some of the writers from Insomniac Games. I know Bethesda is making this, but I hope y'all got some of the writers from Insomniac Games because they doing some of the best writing in Marvel right now. And y'all, I just y'all can't mess this one up.
Like, I hate to just go say this. You know, all Marvel did is say, like, oh, y'all want to pay us? Here's our name. Go ahead.
Man, just
Bro, you
don't
know how
let,
that goes.
do
Come
not,
on, bro.
please don't let this Blade
Man.
be like the Avengers game, which wasn't as bad as people said it was, but it also wasn't great. Like, just come on, man. We look, we ain't got a lot. Just please don't let the Blade game be whack. Besides that, there was another game that I thought looked cool. It was called Usual Jane, but it also has a lot of talking in it. So it's got like a RPG kind of feel in it too. So I'm like, I don't know, that's probably too much talking for a brother like me, because I just want to beat stuff up. Just tell me the aliens are over there, go kill them. Or tell me like the zombies are here, go shoot them. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, all right.
Like, I just say this, bro. My mic's gonna ask Open Mind, man. If there's a beat 'em up battle royale called Outrage coming, I don't know if it's y'all. Well, I think it'll be console, Steam, or whatever. I would love to be able to play this with y'all because Mike is the most action-packed man. He don't want to talk about nothing. I be like, River
just tell
City
me
Girls,
save the
1
city
and
and
2.
go get them.
Two of the greatest beat 'em ups ever. He's like, it's too much talking. I was like, bro, it's great. It's a great beat 'em
No,
up.
Mike, no.
Oh, what was it? River
The
City
reason-
Girls? Where I was
Mike-
like, why are you doing all this talking?
1 and 2.
But I'm gonna defend Mike though, Coop. Let me defend Mike in that regard. Why? I'm gonna give you the reason because we gonna put stuff in context, right? Here's why. And Mike, back me up on this because I'm talking about you. This is why he don't want no talking. He don't get time to play the game as it is. This man's busy. He got the podcast, he got the job, he got the wife, and he got NERDSoul life. He got and then other stuff that the world don't know but him and God. So all of that keeps him from playing the game and giving the game the time you and I could give it. So when he on the last thing he want to do is read words on the screen. Look, let's get to the action. Because I ain't gonna be on this thing but about 5 more minutes and I got to get off here. That's why Mike don't want to read nothing.
He don't even want, like, he loves Spy Family. He like, I ain't doing Japanese voices.
Yo,
I read it.
Yo, he ain't got time, fam. Look, I'll finally get this Mike, he finally get 5 seconds to himself. Just him and God, him and the Lord. Understand me? And
the funny thing is,
he get over
the funny thing is, when it comes to subtitles, I watch Jujutsu Kaisen subtitled all the time. But I guess Spy Family, the English voices got stuck in my head. So when I tried the Japanese version, I was like, nah, them voices ain't right. I was like, nah, bro, them voices ain't right.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man, because I would love to. You know how I am.
Because like, it's weird. It's Jujutsu Kaisen, I watch subtitled. My Hero, I watch subtitled. But then there's stuff like Cowboy Bebop, which I can watch English or subtitled, or English or Japanese. But then Spy Family, I'm like, nah, I don't like the Japanese voices on this. Or like Naruto, I do not like the English voices on that. So it's weird like that. I guess it's a case by case.
I go back and forth because I would never. 2 things I would never watch in Japanese just because they're GOAT all time subs, and that's how I heard it do Adult Swim, Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho, greatest dubs, and Samurai Champloo. Anything with old boy from who plays the voice of Tom from Adult Swim, he do it. I like to hear his voice. Like, he a GOAT. Met him in person in New Orleans. Cool dude, man.
All right, that's what's up. Well, guys, we ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until the next time that you have to realize that Suicide Squad actually didn't come out yet and you still don't care, this is from us to you saying peace.
Throw that game in the trash. Dollar Store, Ben, day one.
Oh, boy.